Hello and welcome. It's the 15th day of February 2021, 11:12 a.m. Eastern Time. My name is Derek and this is the Money Charts channel. All bets, trades, and amongst the like, well, that's each his own risk and, of course, their own reward. I'm going to start off within a flash giveaway, and for such, it's going to be that of math and Sudoku, word puzzle. And the first person to state what the word that I have on the top is will be the winner. It'll be an okay prize. I'm not going to state what it is right now, but should be satisfied with such. And the word, I'm not going to say if it's an adjective or a noun or any of that kind of stuff. It's in a song title, just that word alone in one song title. It's one of my favorite songs. I haven't mentioned that in a long time, but I've mentioned it a few times in the past. And well, if you need the letters, we got the whatever the A is, that's a number. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, it's not 2, 4, 7, but it's 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, or 9, so on and so forth. So therefore, we have some mathematical formulas: 3g minus 2c plus e. Well, that's what this one is. So whatever the number is here, it's one of these numbers in here, which would represent the letter. I've given R, S, T, L, N, and E. There's an L and an S. So these are most of the remaining letters. I mean, X and Z and some of the ones that just should not come up. Well, they're not in there. But some 3 or 4 of these letters, maybe one letter might be shared twice, maybe not, would be in it. This will only last for the rest of the day. So by midnight, it's going to Eastern time, it'll be over. But it'll be the flash one, first one to solve it. Thank you for, oh no, I'm not thank you. It's the start of the video. I got lots of stuff to go over. Let's now go on to the video. And I'm going to start it within Bitcoin dominance, which is down to 61.12, but had a move coming up to this 18 average of highs on February the 9th and then pulling back down to the lows. And even today coming up, but making this lower highs, lower lows. And Bitcoin's doing very well, which is showing me that altcoins are, and I'm seeing it, of course, myself, and if you're into it, you're seeing it probably as well, but altcoins are doing very well now. But before we get into some altcoins, this is Bitcoin against the dollar, and it's just like grinding at these all-time high levels. We had all-time highs of 42,000 on January 8th. A little bit of a pullback into the rest of the month, and had excitation of the 18 average of highs to start February and the 3rd, 2nd and 3rd. What a beautiful gain day on the 8th, gaining 19.5%. And how it's been following, it's been like a sideways range, barely grinding higher, if anything, but majorly established resistance. Well, in the 9th, it established such at 48.2. We're pretty much at that number now, but a little bit higher here at 48.69. Next day, 48.9,000. Then a couple days later, 49.7. Today it's got to 49 even. So it's just grinding these highs, and it can at any time could just, oh my goodness, 52, 58, 60 could most certainly come into play. Ethereum against the dollar, pretty much showing the same thing. Just grinding. I mean, not against its previous it's at all-time highs. Its previous all-time highs. It's barely above it though. As it got before up to like 1,400. So just a small gain. But when these things go, we could be seeing 3, 4, 5, 10,000. I mean, Bitcoin at one point was, well, at one point I remember I could see it down at $1, $2. I'm like, oh my goodness, Bitcoin's all the way up to $20. Well, yeah, now Bitcoin's all the way up to well over 40. And well, way back when we had Ethereum, and it was even cheaper than that with the data beforehand. But we have like $80 just like earlier, like last year, not even a year ago, March of last year, after the situational fall. Ethereum goes to like $100, 18 times higher right now. And then we have Litecoin in at that of, it's at this Fibonacci mark of 200, 216. It got up to it a couple days ago on the 13th. And so far, we're seeing signs of either that of supporting this level, or we are resisting it, and we got the Pierce Extra. We could even Pierce Extra more. This is the 76.4% Fibonacci mark from this high to this low. And with this bull, I think we're in still the somewhat early stages of this bull market. And that I think it's going to meet this high, and whether it resists it or not in the short run, but eventually at some point later make new highs and see price go into the 4-figure number. Whether it does or it doesn't, we'll see, but that's what I think will happen. DGB, 7.5 pennies. But up today. Weekly chart looking fantastic. Up today, very nice. 25%. Well, we had a day before up 42. Before, this was a range of like 2 cents. I mean, it's only up 3x when you think about it. All these 10x, well, I guess back here it's up 20x. And we've had some spectacular moves before in the past that, I mean, there can be, talk about life-changing of gains and losses and that people. I don't know how many. If you're short, I guess you go through some losses, but a lot of people are going to be going through and have been going through major, amazing changes on their portfolio because, hey, I remember, and even for myself, I'm making these trades. I'm trading 100 of these, or 50 of those, or 2 of those, or 1,000 of whatever it is because I don't digit cheap or whatever. And then, well, I remember before when I traded 60 of them or 100 of them, it was worth this much. And now that same amount is worth like 4 times, 6 times higher. I used to make $50, $60 trades. Now they're $300, $400 trades, whatever. I'm noticing that myself. And that's pretty cool. Anyway, this little big range has just been barely broken to a degree. I mean, around like 5 cents is where you started to notice it was breaking. And it's been going up since. So it's soon moving into, I think, that of don't want to buy, you want to hold, and you want to sell kind of deal if you're looking for the play on the move. But this range started back in May of last year, and it just completed just now. So over like 2/3, 3/4 of a year, yada, yada, yada. And then we look at these moves against that of Bitcoin. I mean, you can have spectacular plays here, but this has happened many times. This goes from 55 Satoshi up to like several hundred. And then from 75 now up to 150, but on the daily chart, I'm having his first good run. I mean, I had this chance here. I mean, total failure on the move back in November, but here it gets above the 18 average of highs, shows all the strength amongst the 18 highs. I've talked about that verbiage so much before, but then we have a breakout on February the 6th, come back, breakout, a little bit of consolidation, nice volatile breakout day on February the 12th, and then it's been continued with high volatility, the 2-day pullback, and then it exceeding the intra-week intermediate term highs that it has had. When we look at this longer term, I mean, this was just a fantastic move before. See, this is what the capabilities of what it could be. I mean, well over $2,000 before. And if anyone who could take advantage of highs north of 1,500 before or whatever, congratulations. And if it does it again and you're able to take advantage of it, congratulations in advance, I suppose. But I had an attempt to break out above this 18 on like April of last year. And it consolidated for quite some time, and now it's just, okay, it didn't hold any higher low area, but for now I look at this, okay, so this is most certainly, I'm not going to see this anywhere near weak resistance. If anything, I would be cautiously thinking there's a good chance it would resist a bit here if we do go up to this point of around this 288. But if we have any full fierce modes, like any large plays, and that's pretty much a double from here, wouldn't be a surprise. But if it does take it out, it's like the spectacular plays that could happen, because if you look at this back at this point here, yeah, we're at 20 Satoshi, and then next thing you know, yeah, we're at 2,500. Let's do some mathematics. Divide high divided by low. How many digits is that? Oh, it's 3 digits. Okay, how do you do kind of deal. And theta against the Bitcoin, I mean, this is just an impressive. The fact that it's kicking Bitcoin's ass, and Bitcoin's kicking ass right now. It's almost like Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux back in the day. And, well, I'm not going to say that because no one really kicked ass with that competition, but 2 fierce competitors battling it out or stuff like that. Anyway, you get the move here. I mean, the whole story. I mean, I've talked about the backstory, which is just phenomenal in itself, but this rally last year in May holds a higher low, great correction, and then a decent amount of periods, like 6 or so, 7 weeks or whatever, close to 2 months, but 8 periods or how close in that area, 7 periods, whatever, close to it, tests and barely exceeds previous high, and then a very nice pullback of consecutive red candles, but it does so to make a higher low to the previous one, and then again the move to previous high, and again it barely exceeds it. And again, it makes a higher low. It only takes 1 red candle to do it this time. And again, it does it at Fibonacci. And then again, it comes up to this high. And then again, it pulls back to Fibonacci. Oh my God, why am I saying again and all this? But it's just doing what it's doing. And then now again, more often you test resistance. I haven't got a Fibonacci number below, but I'm guessing if it pulls back, maybe like the next higher low, I guess is 63, 64. But I mean, this does look pretty poised for a monster pullback. The way the daily chart is looking on this, to me, let's get ready for a fantastic move, folks, because that's what I'm really seeing here. And it's priced against the dollar, 354, but this setup in here, after we had this sideways consolidation, little bit here amongst the 18 highs, the breakout day, and this, get your seat belts on, folks. We're going to go pretty fast, I think. We'll see. Anyway, have a good day. And then, of course, good luck to those looking for a little small but decent size giveaway for whatever this word is. That is also a song title. Take care.